Greetings. This is a all 12 sign reading, Capricorn through Sagittarius. Check your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Jupiter placements. They all mean different things. Message me, I can explain it, or you can Google it. But it's not just your sun sign, because your sun is only one tiny, tiny slice of the pie of your personality. So knowing your sun sign is like only knowing 5% of your personality. So get to know your other signs, go to Google, type in free birth chart, fill out your information, and then watch for recording. Okay, so I'm going to start with some collective messages. At first I was hearing the E40 song, Everybody's Got Choices, because everybody's got choices. And if you are who you say you are you really full of yourself, or do you just know who you are? So that's actually like healthy and grounded. And also, if we're going to go literal here, if you're not full of yourself, then how can you make anything else complete and full? Like, how can you create something sturdy and grounded and a solid foundation over there if you don't have a sturdy, solid foundation here? You know what I mean? It's like, how can you provide something, a foundation for another, if you don't have the foundation with yourself? So actually, literally speaking, we should be full of ourselves to actually operate our jobs correctly and to be a useful person to society. So anyway, that, and then I was hearing, oh my, starry-eyed surprise, dance all night. So I don't know, maybe something about dancing or disco dance. I was seeing like a disco ball. Maybe someone wants to get like a disco ball for their house or for their playroom or something. Then I was hearing Smash Mouth, Smash Box, Smash Burgers, Super Smash Brothers, the video game. So something with that, and then obviously Smash. I don't know, maybe here someone wants to smash, someone's making burgers, maybe something about Smash Burgers or playing Super Smash Brothers, something like that. I was also hearing, it's a book, The Winter of Our Discontent. And I don't know, so that could be I'm not gonna lie, someone here who's used to things being kind of like easy, likely someone with money or affluence is going to have a very difficult winter. But it's because they've never really had it. Like, the scales are changing, the tides are changing. So people who have been suffering for 5 years, 10 years are going to actually have a really beautiful winter. And then people who have had things like easy and they don't really understand deep suffering are going to have deep, long suffering this winter. So I was also hearing the Gorillaz song, Some Kind of Nature. And with that, I was reading Plato yesterday. And the chapter that I was focusing on in his book, it's like all of his different dialogues, but he was talking about how different natures and human personalities require different pursuits and different career paths. Like, someone has a nature to just be a stay-at-home mom, and that's like they have a natural nature to do that. It doesn't mean that they're better or less than the woman who has a nature to be an athlete and doesn't, I mean, yes, I know that there are athletes who are also mothers, but I'm just sharing this for the metaphor. Some people, their nature is to be, an athlete and to not do the mother thing, to like go out there or to have a business or to do things that are very physical and active, or to be caretakers for animals or other things. So it's like someone here is judging you based off of their own nature, and they're actually showing how closed-minded and full of themselves and stuck up they are, because they look at everything through the lens of their own nature. They like literally can't compute that there are other natures of humanity rather than their own, how they're raised, their perspective. And so it's funny because like someone here is gossiping and saying like, you're so full of yourself, you're so this, you're so that, when they're literally all of those things, and there's something like really selfless, and it's like you take care of yourself so that you can take care of your clients, so that you can take care of your children, so that you can take care of your animals, so that you can take care of your family and the things around you, because you care about the things around you, and you know that you have to care about yourself to actually care about those around you. Because if you're not caring for yourself, you're not caring for those around you, because you're giving those around you crap. You're not giving them anything full, anything truly authentic and loving and genuine. You're giving them crap because you're giving yourself crap. So there's something going on like that in the collective right now. Also, the whole, oh my gosh, you're so, or they're so perfect, or this is so perfect, or this can't be that perfect. And it's like, because everyone keeps testing that person. It's like, how does someone get better at something? They train and then they test. And when you pass the test, you level up. And that's why it's lonely at the top, because a lot of people don't want to actually go through the tests, and a lot of people just like making fun of people and testing people. But if you keep going through the tests, then you keep leveling up, and then the people who stay at the bottom because they don't want to actually level up, they don't actually want to go through the test, they just like testing you. And then they wonder how you're so good and so perfect at something. It's like, but you keep testing me. And when you test someone, they level up. So why is that confusing to you that you keep testing me and I keep leveling up? You're in charge of my leveling up and my glowing up. You're in charge of me looking better, caring better for myself. You're in charge of that. All of your haters are in charge of your level up because they're the ones who keep testing you. So if you really don't want someone to keep leveling up, then stop testing them. But they can't, because they're so addicted to testing others because they're so ill-minded. So also Hobson, Ill Mind, that was his like series of, oh my gosh, I love Hobson so much. So I don't know, something here about Hobson, go check his Ill Mind series, like Ill Mind of Hobson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's like 9 or 10. Also, pressure makes diamonds. So how are you going to be upset that you keep pushing someone and keep putting them under pressure and keep trying to weigh them down more, and they just emerge more beautiful, more bloomed, more happy, more full of life, more full of love, more full of just nurture and kindness and peace. And it's like, how are you going to be upset when you're making that peace? You're doing that because pressure makes diamonds. So haters are learning right now. They don't want to be learning, but they're learning right now. Then I was hearing with the different natures, like people are just different. Like there can be something here where you really, really looked up to someone. You really thought that they would be like a good match, that they're someone that you really like, but then you actually get to know that person and they're nothing like they portray. Like this can be people who, like I'm in a ton of those groups where it's like, are we dating the same guy? And it's like, there have been so many like faux spiritual guys posted in there who are like, I'm very spiritual, I'm very monogamous, I'm very loyal, and it's like he has 7 girlfriends, is screwing this one at the club, is doing this over here, says that he's sober but he's snorting lines of this over there. Like there's a lot of that going on right now. So masks are being lifted, but my point in that is you can think someone is like a really great stand-up person because they have this amazing supplement company, they help people, clearly, like surely they're not a horrible person. But it's like, if you really got to know the person and you saw the skeletons in their closet, that's what I was hearing, skeletons in the closet, which I know that we are nearing up on Halloween. So there is that. But I was also hearing, like this can be someone who has like dirt in the corner of their bathroom that hasn't been cleaned for like since the last tenant lived there or something. Like this is someone who only washes their sheets like once a year or once every few months or something. This is someone who doesn't make their bed in the morning. It's like someone can present themselves a certain way, but when it comes to their actual self-care, it's like it's not there. Like I don't start my day until like my bed is made. I like love to clean everything. I can't work and do my readings until everything is clean. Like I vacuum all the time. Like I love having everything clean. And it's just a sign of self-respect and it's presentation. So my word for the springtime was bloom, and for the fall, it's presentation. So something has now bloomed from winter into spring into summer, and now it's time for your presentation. And so people are going to be tested with all the little fine print things. Like I think of, like I ride horses. So it's like, your boots are clean, but did you put shoe polish on them? Like, are they really clean? Like, did you really polish them or did you just clean them? Because there's a difference there. Like, you can get some points docked for that when the person next to you went above and beyond. They actually put some polish on there. So like, don't cut corners is the point, collective. If you cut corners, remember that there are people all around you that are not cutting corners. So when you're like, I tried, but I just didn't get that. I tried, I did this. No, you didn't. You really didn't, because they tried 10 times harder. They did the things that you didn't do, that you were too lazy to do, and because they did the things that you were too lazy to do, they got the things that you're complaining about not getting, that you say they must be lucky. No, they're not lucky. They took care of the things that you didn't want to take care of. Like, that's how I am all the time with my health and everything. When people are like, oh, you're just genetically da-da-da. I'm like, actually, you have no idea how obese and whatnot and all the health issues and the things that I have to work against with supplementation, and but it's not your business. But it's just funny to me, and it's comical because it's always the people who don't actually want to do anything who are like, well, you just must have the genetic lottery, you just have this. No, I've been eating clean for years, I've been grain-free, gluten-free, I work out all the time, I've been doing that for over 10 years now. It's like, you know, it's just people want to complain about what they don't actually want to change, so they say, oh, you're lucky, you were just born that way. No, actually, you're completely wrong, but because you're so full of yourself and so stuck in your closed-minded, one-track mind, you don't want to hear anything outside of your own perception, it's not even worth talking to you because you're committed to misunderstanding me. So if you're committed to misunderstanding me, it's useless for me to talk to you. And then I get told that I'm a bish because I ignore people in my DMs and I ignore their messages, but they're committed to misunderstanding me. So how am I a jerk? Because I don't want to talk to people who are committed to misunderstanding me and committed to seeing me through their narrow one-track mind, through their nature. They're committed to that. No, you don't exist to me because my perception, my way of life doesn't exist to you. So I'm pulling a you on you, and now you're mad at me because I'm pulling a you on you, and you can't get any energy from me. You can't loosh anything off of me. That's interesting. It's cute. And I know you guys are watching this, so to all the haters, love you guys, because there's a lot of you in here. Presentation. Also, I was hearing the song In Those Jeans, Is There Any More Room for Me? So this fall, if you're someone who hates jeans, I'm being told that you are going to love jeans this fall. Maybe get some like stretchy jeans. I don't know. I personally, ladies who have booty, Express. I love Express jeans. Express jeans never do me wrong. They always fit great. They're like small in the waist, enough room for the booty. So for my big booty ladies, try some Express jeans. But there's something here about like jeans are going to be the pants of the season rather than like leggings or jeans. Maybe jeggings. No, jeans, definitely jeans. Someone's name could be Jean. I was also hearing Janko. So like those baggy jeans that are like high-waisted and like kind of parachute, that can be a big thing. Also, I was hearing the song Fireflies. Now in that song, everything is never as it seems when I fall asleep. Okay, so maybe someone here is like dreaming, but everything is never as it seems. But also in that song, he's like, at one point, I think at the end, they're like, my dreams are bursting at the seams. So someone here was able to like shelf something, but now they're dreaming about it every night and their dreams are bursting at the seams and they're being called to action, which in Libra, Pisces, and Cancer individual readings this week, which are posted on my YouTube and TikTok everywhere. And I think maybe I posted them on here. I'm not sure if I posted all of them on here. Anywho, I talked about that. So go check your individual signs. They're all posted. I was also hearing sheep. So as we know, sheep follow, but then there's also like the black sheep. Shears. Someone could be going for like a short haircut, doing a bob. I was hearing Bob. Also could be the name Bob or Robert. Also, yeah, truth dismantles chaos, but at first is going to add more chaos. I feel like I should just have this be a collective message, and then I'll come back and do an all signs, because this ended up being a little longer than I wanted it to. So we'll just call this a collective message, and I'll come back and do all 12 signs shortly.